Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Aaron here once more again, and today I have for you the perfect figure review of all time. This time right here, we're finally doing another of the Dragon Star series Dragon Ball Z figures. This right here is Cell's final form from Dragon Ball Z's final battle between Cell and Gohan during that epic battle between both of them using the Kamehameha waves, which was probably one of my favorite. We did review Super Saiyan 2 Gohan of that same battle a couple months ago back, so check that review out if you want after this video. This right here is Cell during his final form after he gets to resurrect after he comes back after Goku transforms himself to Kai's world. This right here is also another figure I got back at Hobby Lobby. I can see right there with the stick right here because it was on sale, which it was pretty great. I got this figure back months ago back. I want to say almost half a year now that I got this figure back with a couple other stuff from Hobby Lobby as well. It was actually one of my awesome trips right there because Hobby Lobby always has good sales with a lot of their hobby stuff too, which is always great. And there's also a 3-figure set as well. Besides Cell's final form, you could also get the Dragon Star series of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and you also get yourself Android 17. But with that away, folks, let's get with the unboxing of the Perfect Being. And we're back, folks. Now it's time to unbox the most perfect being of all time, Perfect Cell. Which is also kind of a funny thing too, that I'm finally doing this review after I finished watching Devil Honor in his latest video after he finally reached 1 million subscribers, which was the Perfect Cell versus Perfect Cell, which was great because it also gets Team 4 Stars Perfect Cell versus DAU's Perfect Cell in the battle, which was glorious. And what's it called? Like after this video, after you guys finish watching this video, I do recommend go watching it because it is a very great video of all time. I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was so awesome. It's a video that I think also, as a fan of the DAU, I've been waiting for like a good long time, and it was a perfect video. Now time to unbox Perfect Cell out of his box. Ooh. And once again, I do love the artwork, the like back artwork they usually have for the Dragon Star series. Always great. Maybe one day I'm probably going to do like a whole collage with all these artwork backworks that I have around. And before we finally get them out of the plastic right here, we can see the beauty of this Perfect Being. The detail work is pretty awesome. All the coloring looks pretty great. Ooh. And, oh, wow, they also have, oh, it's also backside too. I didn't realize that. So, let's see how we're going to open him up, because usually, oh, and already won this week. No, the Perfect Being. Oh, hey, look, never mind, they're on C-clips. That is a little bit interesting. Wow. There we go. He is back to his perfect form once more again. Ooh. I was not gonna lie. Because the amount of times we've unboxed Dragon Star series figures usually takes me like a minute or two just to, unbox most of the figures, just because they're really in that plastic. The fact that I was able to get Cell out of there truly means he is truly perfect. Get him a little bit more down right here, so you guys can see him right here with the camera. Oh, we're looking good. Now we just got to get little hand pieces out. Hand number 1. And number 2. And overall, not a little bad. I mean, not that many accessories, which I probably mentioned before with a lot of these Dragon Star series. Unless it's like one of the battle boxes or the multiple character ones. Usually characters just come with the alternate hand pieces, like the open hands that we see right here, which Cell comes with, like almost all of them. But besides that, overall, pretty great figure. You can see right here with Cell sculpting right here on his face, looking pretty nice. The Perfect Being. All the way to his sculpting on his abs, arms, biceps, legs. All that detail works pretty nice. Always looking good. You can see right there all the coloring and whatnot. And the backside right here. Ooh. Overall, pretty great. Now that is the overview for Perfect Cell. Now let's go with the articulation of the Perfect Being. And now we're back. Now time to start with the articulation of Perfect Cell. Going from his head right here. Is able to... Oof, he's got a very sturdy head. It's able to... Let's see if we can... let's see if we can get his head a little bit up more. He has that sturdy head. Ooh. I want to say he could probably do 360, but he's kind of being blocked by his shoulder arms. And I kind of want to break it. So he's able to go left and right. If I could probably push it if I want to, but it seems the head is kind of like one of those bulge joints, and I kind of want to break that. He's able to bob and weave, no problem. He's able to go left and right. Sadly, he's not able to do the perfect 360 spin, sadly. His arm is on a ball joint, so he's not able to. Oh, wait, no, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. His arm is able to bend all the way. You can hear the clicking. That's what we want. He's able to spin all the way. And he's able to do kind of almost double bend because technically these are always somewhat on double joint. So you can see right there, no problem at all. And he's able to spin his hand, no problem at all. Bob and weave the hand like they always do, no problem at all on that part. Overall, pretty great in the arms. Like the head might be the one thing that might be a little bit, but kind of doesn't really need it. Then ab joint. I see right here, Cells does have the ab joint, so he's able to bend his ab joint all the way. He is able to do 360 out of this, so that's the good thing about that. No problem at all. His legs. Let's see, can you do the split? I don't think Cell Boy's going to be able to do the split, boys. Unless, oh, wait 1 second. Unless we count this as a split. Because his legs are able to, like, spin out. You know what, I'm going to count that as a split. It might not be the conventional split, but it was a good split. A perfect split. His legs able to bend all the way there. Because the way the legs are kind of swinging around, they're able to spin out, which is actually not bad at all. Be able to spin out like this, which gives him the movement that he needs. Kind of way that the figure's kind of designed, kind of does kind of block some parts, but the fact that the leg's able to kind of spin around like that's kind of pretty fun. He's able to go all the way there, just legs spin around. He's able to do that kind of bend right there for the kneecaps, so no problem at all. He's kind of taking a double joint right here. So overall pretty great. Street right here, spin around, no problem at all. And bend up and down. So overall not pretty bad. Overall articulation is actually pretty good. Oh, actually let's go with the wings. Because the wings are on those kind of like C-clips. So they do have a range of motion. Not a lot, it's kind of you want. You can see right there with the C-clips, that's what I mean about that. See right there, they are kind of C-clips. But they do clip on. We do have his tail, which is kind of wish it's kind of up there. It's not like one of those extended ones, which we can see in some of the other figures. But overall, that's actually still not bad at all. Now, let's reclip the wings back on. There we go. Overall, got to be careful not to break that. Overall, articulation is not that bad. Overall, it's still pretty good. It's still better than other figures. I can tell you that amount. There might be some joint blockage because some pieces of the armor kind of blocking, like on the head. It's not able to go all the way 360, but he's still able to go left and right. I mean, technically, if you want to force it, you can, but I kind of feel like you'll break the head, and I kind of want to do that. The arms are able to go up and down as they should, which is the one good thing. He does have the ab joints able to spin around, and the legs can spin around, and he's technically able to do a split, but in the most unconventional way. Kind of like this. Overall, still a pretty good figure. Now, with that out of the way, folks, let's go with size comparison with other figures I got lying around. And we're back, and let's start off with size comparisons. Let's go with the enemy and final battle companion of Final Perfect Cell with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan right here. With Cell being taller than Gohan right here, because I'm pretty sure when it comes to size comparisons. And I just had it right now, folks. Oh, right here. Actually, talking about size comparison. Look what I finally found. Found my little measuring tape right here. So going from here, Cell is almost, Cell is 7.5 inches. Wow, that is very tall. And comparing Cell to actually Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who is actually right around the 6 and maybe 1 inch quarters. If the measuring tape is actually right. So Cell's actually 2 inches quarters, a little bit taller than regular Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And going from Super Saiyan 2 Gohan right here, we have, well, technically speaking, it is complication, but it is technically speaking Super Saiyan 1 Gohan right here, which, not gonna lie, Cell really is dwarfing almost all my Saiyans. Like, legit, Cell is actually really, well, I was not expecting Cell to be actually really tall, but he actually is really tall. Usually the Dragon Star series are around 6 inches, so what's it called? I'm trying to keep Gohan standing up here without trying to fall, because apparently Gohan wants to fall. There we go. I actually kind of want to see size comparison. How tall is regular Gohan, or Super Saiyan 1 Gohan from? And he is around 6 inches, so wow. Same height. Wait, really? How? I might have mismeasured Gohan right here, because now I'm trying to see right here on the measurements. Okay, no. Okay, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was 5 and barely 6 inches, where regular adult Gohan is around 6 and 1, or regular Gohan's barely 6. Wow. And that's a size comparison right there. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. And going from regular Super Saiyan 1 Gohan to Ultimate Gohan. I know, we're having all the Gohans right next to Cell just because they're enemies, and hopefully one day I'm able to get Cell Max so I can have all of them right there. Oh, like we already mentioned before, Cell's very, very tall when it comes to other figures and whatnot, and especially for Dragon Star series. Let's go with this character that might at least try to beat up there with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, right next to the perfect being. And going from Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, we also go with his son right here, who is, I forget it's Super Saiyan 1 or is in Super Saiyan Rage, was the other Dragon Star series, Trunks, Future Trunks. Right here, which I'll do reviews on Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Trunks later down the line, because I have those figures like long before I started doing all these reviews. And then one of the, well, not anymore, no longer together, because technically speaking, Gohan kind of gutted her out. We have Android 18 next to Perfect Cell, which I actually do the size comparisons for these two as well. I know, I have my measuring tape, so I kind of want to do this. And she is 5.5 inches, where Cell is, more and more I see Cell, the more and more Cell's like around 7 and 1 inch. And now going off from Dragon Ball figure. Actually, no, one more Dragon Ball figure, because I have yet to do the reviews for my what's called the SH Figure Arts figures. So we got to do one of the Dragon Ball Evolved figures, which one of them is going to be what's called Goku, that we did the review I think a couple days ago, with the Dragon Ball Evolved figures being around 5 inches, which they're regular base for figures, and Cell actually being pretty big for a Dragon Star series. And going from Dragon Ball Evolved to some Figmas, we have right here Goblin Slayer from Goblin Slayer. This right here is a Figma, and usual Figmas right here for what's it called. Usually these are around 6 inches, and Cell's still pretty goddamn tall. I wonder if we're going to find anybody that's going to be at least either same size as Cell or not. Next was another of the my Figmas right here is Archer himself, Emiya, from Fate Stay Night. And despite the fact that Archer's almost around the same height, Cell still dwarfs him regardless. Man, we're going to find anybody that's going to be taller than Perfect Cell. Maybe. Now, let's go with one of my Gundam model kits. Was the Narrative C-Pack. And Cell's still pretty tall. Goddamn, Cell. I have to bring out one of my master grades if I'm going to have to find somebody actually taller than you. Was the Narrative C-Type being around almost barely 6 inches. Damn. Is there no one who's taller than Cell? Wait, we might have one. Let's hope. If it is the other enemy, well, the funny enemies of the hero protagonist, was the Sinanju Stein, and even my Sinanju Stein is not tall enough. Wow. And usually the Sinanju Stein is one of the tall ones I bring out. One of the tall ones I usually bring out when it comes to these size comparisons. I gotta say, Cell is truly perfect when it comes to perfect figure and perfect height. You see even the Sinanju Stein's falling off. Even if we put the backpack thrusters, Cell's still taller. Wow. And last but not least, just because, technically speaking, this is my channel and the mascot's got to be here always, we have the mascot himself, my Gundam Starlight, who is sadly very tiny compared to Perfect Cell right here. With, like I said before, all my regular Gundams are usually around 5 inches, because that's the regular height for almost high grades. And Cell basic dwarf for everybody with 7 inches. But yeah, now with out of the way, folks, let's go with final thoughts on Perfect Cell. And with that, folks, right there, this is it for the review for the final form of Perfect Cell. Overall, the figure's actually pretty great. Articulation is usually good. What's it called? Besides the head not being able to do a full 360, and maybe some blockage because of the how the figure is designed. The legs, technically, can still able to do splits, just not in the most conventional way. Overall, articulation is still pretty good. Color accuracy for the figure is still pretty great. It's basically as anime accurate it is to Cell back when he was fighting Gohan during the end of the Cell games. Overall, perfectly good figure, and one I actually do recommend to get, especially to add to your Dragon Ball collection. It would be a perfect addition to it. But with that out of the way, folks, that is it for the review for Perfect Cell's final form. And if you liked the video, please consider dropping like, comment, share, and subscribe. I always do appreciate it. And as always, folks, is I, Pardon, signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.